Welcome to Yes Offense. Trigger warning, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it. This podcast will feature graphic language about sex, race, violence, and anything else that might make people uncomfortable. However, this is a comedy podcast, and everything and anything talked about on it should be viewed as an attempt at humor. Like, if you hear anything on this podcast you don't agree with or like, please just turn it off. No one on here is a politician or actually affecting the way you live. So if you genuinely have a problem with anything said on here, redirect your energy at a real issue going on in the real world. Now let's get into the show.
Is that recording?
It is recording.
Sweet.
It should be. I was given 8 seconds because sometimes I have what I like to call a reading error.
Ooh. And it just turns it off. No one knows why.
Dude, reading is hard, honestly.
It is, dude.
Mm-hmm. You ever like try to read?
Yeah,
like,
I
you're on
I
the
read
subway.
Books. Dude, I've told this story before. I was on the subway once, homeless man. I was reading. New into the city. I was reading a book. Everyone else around me on phones. Mm-hmm. This homeless man drops his shades in front of everyone. Nobody reacts. So why would you? You know, you leave him alone. He picks him up and in front of everyone just looks at everyone around us and goes, "Look at you motherfuckers, all on your fucking phones. Selfish pieces of shit." It just starts like for a whole stop, just ranting, being like, "Look," he's like, "oh, you're on your phones." He's like, "If someone dropped something to me, I'd help him." He's doing like a whole rant.
Yeah, but we don't do heroin, sir.
But tells everyone literally to go fuck their mothers type shit. Then as it pulls into the station, he just turns to the group one last time and goes, "Except for my man right here reading a book, keeping it original," and
Hell
just
yeah,
walked
dude.
off. And I like smiled to all the other people like, "You all fucking nerds."
Yeah.
That would be so much better campaign. I remember like the reading is fundamental posters like in your library. It's just a poster of a homeless guy yelling, "This shit's original."
Yeah, this shit's original. Yeah, man. And then I felt good about my
I would have
day.
read more, I think.
Yeah.
I think crazy homeless black guy on the subway encouragement is the only encouragement that I would respond to.
Yeah, dude. You know what?
In any performance.
These blacks.
Hell yeah, dude.
I didn't know you. That really. I didn't know any of those. I thought those were just likes. I did not know you had anything.
I was like, hell yeah, you triggered that button.
How well do you know that? I mean, it's very telling about what the show is. Like, there's only four buttons, and you had the button ready to go. It's like, this is going to come up with the first 2 minutes of the podcast. That's a while.
Yeah, buddy. Hell yeah.
Now I'm going to be sitting on tenterhooks all the time, like wondering what the rest of the 3 buttons
yeah, just like,
do.
what do they do? That one's the worst one. But welcome to Yes Offense, guys. I'm going to introduce you because last time when Joe was on, I forgot to introduce them for 20 minutes. We were just going. Not that we're not. It's just now I'm remembering.
We were going, and then you really abruptly.
Damn, man. Yeah,
to announce the
that was
podcast.
great. Guys, both newcomers to the pod, my man Ilya Laskin and Bobby Sheehan.
Hello. This is.
I like how you look directly. If at that moment they're like, let me look into the camera, watch this video to see what their faces are.
I mean, they saw me and my fucking creepy face looking at him. And they're like, "All right, X'd out." I'm sorry if I lost you any
That's
listeners
fine.
just now, Alex.
They're doing all right. The subway. You had some shit on the subway. Reading. I don't read anymore, though. I've stopped taking my backpack with me everywhere.
Ooh. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was sweating too much.
Yeah, that's why I stopped.
My back
carrying
started
stuff.
hurting, yeah.
It's too much. I'm like, anything just in my pockets.
Yeah, I also realized what I look like to like other adults. Oh, they don't respect me with a backpack on.
Well, you just look like any college kid.
I
in the
guess,
city,
yeah,
right?
man.
But now you just look like you without a backpack. So
Yep.
Now
I'm
you just look. Now you just look like one of those guys, but with like even less going for him.
Maybe. Damn.
This guy didn't even have a backpack.
Damn, Ilya. I didn't think about it like that.
Well, it's not like you dropped the backpack and then started wearing a suit.
That
You're
is
still
true.
just
Yeah,
you
it's still me.
with no things.
You guys don't like my. It's not
Like a homeless guy without a bindle.
My
is still
Cthulhu
just a homeless
shirt.
guy.
Yeah, I still have my Cthulhu shirt.
Yeah.
Out in public. So yeah, people. Well, it's like an Oscar the Grouch Cthulhu.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's not. Women at least are like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "It's Cthulhu from the H.P. Lovecraft mythos." I don't know if you know who that old racist author is, but he's pretty good. And they're like,
That's probably not the best time to broach H.P. Lovecraft's views on racism.
I know. I love
racism.
bringing it up. Just
Like they don't even know what Cthulhu is.
Yeah,
They don't need to know about H.P. Lovecraft's thoughts on black people and Jews.
Did you ever see what he named his cat? H.P. Lovecraft.
I don't remember, but I think I've. come
It's
across it
a
before.
fun one, dude. Go. I'll tell you.
Is it one of those buttons?
It's a bad. I can't even. It's bad. It's.
These blacks.
It is on that. It was a black cat, and honestly, like the most on the nose name you could think of for a black cat in the 1800s. Like,
Shaquille? Sorry, I'm throwing stuff out. See what sticks.
yo, it was bad. Gave it. It's the N-word, man. That's the name
really?
of the cat.
The worst superhero of all time.
Yeah,
Shows up 45 minutes late to each crime.
he's also the one doing the crime.
Oh, man.
No, we can't. No,
We can't. There's three of them. There's no. It's all whites. This is really bad. I've never used this drop this much. I swear to God.
To be fair, we used it twice.
It is true.
So it's been used 3
Well,
times.
you pushed it twice.
I pressed it, no, I
For
pressed it
those
once.
just listening, Ilya insisted on pushing it twice.
I pressed it once and then I said it once, but it wasn't the drop.
Dude, the drops.
You're gonna have to give the name of the person who said the drop as well. They're now a guest on the show.
It's Livia Soprano. From Sopranos, yeah.
Okay.
When Edie Falco,
Oh, yeah.
Carmela goes to the house and the maid comes out. She's Jamaican or Haitian, and she's like, "That's it. I can't. Like, I'm gone." She comes in. She's like, "What'd you do?" She's like, "I know how to talk to people." And then she goes, "These blacks." And you're like, "Well, all right." Whoops. Anyway, it's a clip forever on the S-Offense podcast.
Edie?
Sorry. I was going to be about the standards of like a 70-year-old Italian woman from Jersey.
In the
that
90s.
that was like pretty elegant, like as good as you could have hoped for.
In the
anyone.
90s, too. This
Yeah.
isn't like 2023. Have you seen that people try to like cancel the fictional Sopranos in like articles?
No, is that what's
Yeah, they're like, can you believe that this was written? Like, this character was written? Tony Soprano's racist. It's like,
Yeah,
he's like,
Tony Soprano killed somebody with his bare hand.
Yeah.
He choked somebody with guitar wire in like episode 3.
he has not the most liberal views on race
It'd
relations.
be weird if he was like, "I'm sorry, what are your pronouns?" Good.
Yeah.
Now put this gun in your mouth.
He was also not a very loyal husband.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah.
got
Like, what's and why not? He's a gangster.
flaws.
Hi, Anto. How you doing?
Hello.
It's my lovely roommate, Anto.
Yeah.
These
No, that's
blacks.
that'll be this one.
So is that
Damn, slut.
That one. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Perfect button, dude. I got one for all the people, dude.
I'm glad I know I'm glad I know what 2 of the buttons do.
Well, the other one, like if you say so on this podcast. Well, I'll wait till you guys do it, and then I'll explain
If it
that
doesn't
drop.
come up though, you're gonna just do it at the anyway. We have 5 minutes left. Let me show you the other buttons.
I'm trying to do my plugs. It's like ching chong ching or whatever.
It's like, hold on, and it's a gong sound.
What is the name of the traditional like Asian song? Not the name of it, but you know it's like
Oh,
ding.
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun,
Yeah. What
dun-dun-dun.
what is that?
It's called number 3 from the menu.
You know that? You actually know the fucking.
You know that sounds like that would be like a really good Snapple fact. Is like, oh, that racist Chinese song that people do is actually from this Chinese opera.
Yeah.
Now I
The opera called The Menu. What number order would you like?
Jesus Christ.
So many different ways to eat general sound.
We're not going to that neighborhood.
Does your roommate know that this is a racist
She does.
spot? Okay.
She does.
Okay.
Well,
I feel like we're springing this on someone now.
She's walked in on weird stuff, honestly. Yes.
What are you doing on this couch, Alex?
Oh, I mean, I have not had sex on this couch.
Okay,
but
I have not had sex.
but you are sitting in a position as if you're about to like climb over me. To start
I mean,
gouging me.
well, me and Bobby are going to meet halfway, dude.
I don't know what does that mean?
Yo, we're gonna meet out. Oh, you're about to find out.
It's like, how do we do this?
Dude,
By the
there's
way-
no guy in existence that turns on a gay porn, sees the 3 of us, and is happy.
Right? No, real.
Like, but then there's one guy who's unbelievably happy.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's
That's
me,
all
but
of
I
our
just like
dad.
watching myself. I think I'm funny on podcasts.
it's Aragorn,
I like watching
Pippin.
my highlights,
and- it's Aragorn, Pippin, and what's the other one? Who's the other hobbit?
I don't know.
Anyway, Pippin and fuck
I don't-
Mary.
What?
That's it. Pippin and Mary.
I don't know what this reference
They're
is.
the less.
Is that what you're
hobbits?
Were you reading that on
Aragorn.
the subway with the
it's
black guy?
You look
guys
at
being
me
like-
and assume I know everything about hobbits,
yeah,
Alex.
I do.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, anything.
Bobby's in the weird position of like he looks like a nerd, but he can't read.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't know all the things. It's very sad.
I'm a dork, dude. When people assume I know things about sports, I know nothing. I'm
You do
really-
look like you played soccer or something.
Well, okay, as a child, yes. Up until high school. High school, I
assumed you didn't go professional based on the fact that you're a comedian that I know. So, I assume you didn't follow it up.
No.
It's like, oh shit, I got a game tonight. I got to fly to Miami.
But I wasn't even like good. You know what I mean? Like, even as a child, I was so mediocre, and I would like get distracted on the field. I'd be like looking off into the distance.
Think about guys.
Is it also boring for you to play as well?
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Yeah, so I was looking about guys. There's one more to go. I those guys like them. Some people are like, "The hell is this?"
What is that one from?
That's Law and Order SVU, Ice-T.
Okay, I was just saying I recognize the voice.
Yeah, it's Ice-T. That I've talked about this in exhaustion on the podcast. But what a funny! Did you ever see that episode? It's about the down low.
No.
Down low.
It's about
okay, keep this on the down low.
The down low apparently is when specifically black guys who are married and are in straight relationships meet up with their homies and suck them off.
Oh, suck off your homies. See, I just call it sucking off your homies.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know we have a term for that now? Okay.
But that's the scene. The
Is
guys.
that the new woke term? Down low.
I'm sick of these wokies.
Trying to ruin the English language. We used to have beautiful phrases like sucking off your homie.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I guess that was the whole episode.
I would fuck it up. I would fuck being on the download up so much. I'd go home and be like, guess what, honey? I was on the download tonight.
Yeah, but how's that? I mean, there's got to be more to it because that's not a crime that SVU would
No.
It's like, we got these black dudes sucking and fucking. Are you telling me that's not a crime?
SVU Saudi Arabian edition.
Well, I'm turning in my badge.
Yeah. Or J. Edgar. Yeah, FBI J. Edgar. The J. Edgar years.
Dressing like a woman, that's fine, but no sucking off your homies.
It was an episode. Someone died. Someone got killed because they were like, "I love you, man," and he was like, "I'm not gay."
Yeah. Oh, the rule number one of being on the down low is don't say "I love you" to your homie. That's gay.
They went too down low. First rule of down low. We're down low. That's the only rule. This is a down
Second rule is bring something. All right, you're going over to somebody's house. Bring something.
Share or take turns, but like, please
Network.
down low.
It's just on the download.
Last rule of being on the download: remember to have fun up there,
Yeah.
or down there, as it were.
Yeah.
Real talk.
There it is.
Oh, we ran the gamut. That was
Hell
great.
yeah, dude! I was fiending to use all of them. I like that one because some people are like, "Oh, that's a positive one," and I'm like, "Do you know who that is?" And they're like, "No," and I go, "That's R. Kelly."
Robert Kelly, famous friend of Louis C.K. Robert
Kelly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Does he ever bring that up in his stand-up? I've seen him live. I didn't see him
It
do
would
it.
be a serious misstep to mention it, I think. Well, he does go by Bobby for probably that exact reason. I go by Bobby because there's also a Robert Sheehan pedophile running around, but he's a great singer.
Oh, he's a great man.
He has the same Facebook account as me and my face. Yeah.
It's quite the predicament.
I swear to God, it's a different guy, but he does post my dates. But it's a different dude. Different guy.
Does post.
If you click on him, it's still my money. The money comes to me, but he's not me. He's a different guy.
I'm seeing why people are like, this is too confusing. We're just going to go ahead and not book you.
You fucking pedophile.
Look, it was easier than paying him to buy the website back. He already bought the domain name, so I'll just funnel it to me.
You would think he would be on the down low, so to speak, but he's a public person.
Oh, that's good, Ilya. That's a clip. That's definitely a clip right there. Oh my god, it's never happened on the pod before. I'll tell you that.
Hell yeah.
You guys care about the fucking aliens, dude?
Can someone walk me through what this is? I'm completely in the dark about it.
So it's when two black guys, because in their culture, homosexuality is very looked down upon. And so,
Fuck.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, basically the guy, I mean, I just watched the clips. I didn't watch the whole thing. But like, basically he said, we found like non-human biologics, which can mean anything terrestrial.
Be a skin.
So it's just nothing.
Or amoebas.
Yeah, so it's just like...
Until they show a fucking walking alien walking around and
Or at least like a close-up of the alien's pussy. Just something. So I need something.
for real, dude. I
need-
want something.
I need some close-ups. I need something.
Yeah, I want a full casting couch with alien. Sit it down, see what that thing can do. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
What that they do, and just rips it off with its teeth. It's like, oh my god! something bad.
It is not friendly.
What that mouth do? Oh my god, it plants eggs in my stomach.
Oh my god, the acid's burning through my genitals.
Oh yeah, man.
I think if aliens exist, that would be very cool for like a second, and then it would be boring as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because then just like when a new neighbor moves in,
Yeah.
then you're just like, all right, I don't want to talk to them.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy has tattoos. I bet he rides a motorcycle. And then you meet him. He's like, I do ride a motorcycle. And you're
It's
like,
like, okay, cool.
yeah, all right.
All right, dude. Whatever. See you later. Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, riding the motorcycle. There's
Black people actually usually don't ride motorcycles.
Black Biker Week is a big thing. Though.
There is a thing.
Yeah.
There's like
Dave Temple.
Yeah, he's one
He's one of them.
motorcycle guy. Yeah,
He's one of the Black Bikers at the Black Biker Week.
Okay. Black Biker.
But
How
he's
about
Black
Black
Bike-
Biker brunch?
okay.
Huh?
Dave Temple, Black Bikes with the Black Bikers, the Black Biker Week.
Dave Temple brunches with the black bikers.
Yo,
at the-
that's. I'm gonna talk to next time I see him. Be like, yo, so there's this clip, part of the podcast we did. We mentioned you. He's gonna be like, don't talk to me.
Don't watch the first part. Please don't skip over the first 10 minutes.
Skip over all the.
And then skip over between 12 and 17 minutes, and then we'll timestamp where you skip.
If he's ever on, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You think I won't? You think I won't do it? I did it with UB Thomas and Ronnie Smith. They had no idea. I'm alive. You're doing
Jeez, black.
They loved it, dude.
Yeah.
They get it.
They're cool. They're
They
cool.
get it. Anyway, guys, aliens. I don't care, man.
I
Yeah,
don't
until they show them.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I would, if they're like animals, like chickens, basically, because we're all assuming they'd be like Homo sapiens, right? But if they're like a chicken or like a fucking rooster, that's just another. I'm so fucking retarded.
Well, let's say they were a hen.
a chick, another type of bird.
If they're just animals, we'll just factory farm them, dude. If they taste good, they'll be alien barbecue.
I want them. So you know, like. I don't know if you guys ever done this research, but you know when you trip on DMT, you go to see the aliens, apparently?
Okay.
I've heard tell of this.
Yeah, apparently when black people do it, the aliens call them the N-word.
Okay.
I'm not... And
apparently when white people do it, they yell the N-word.
the aliens are like, yeah!
Even if they took DMT 3 years ago, they might spontaneously yell it out on the subway while a homeless guy is ranting.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. I want to know if, like... so if the aliens can communicate, if they show up, if they're just like...
Rap?
Or no, they're just like... racism's correct. Like if they're just like their morals are wrong, but they're like, how do you think we achieve this technology?
Yeah.
they like downplay us to like, you should be doing more, like be meaner. What if they were like that? They weren't
they're
even
like-
violent. They were just like, you people are not, you're too weak.
Why'd you stop using slaves? That's who built
why?
our ships.
Yes, that's how the
That's why you
ships
don't-
are made.
Yeah.
There's a whole other group of people on our planet.
Why'd you
What's
stop
wrong?
at pyramids? You could do so much cool stuff with them.
Yeah.
Throw them
All
some
that.
wires in a radio.
Also, you can have sex with children. You're like, what the fuck? Don't do that. Don't do it.
Guys,
Anyway.
don't say you heard it on a podcast.
Yeah,
do it
that-
at
Guys,
home.
if an alien tells you to have sex with children, don't listen
Just
to that
don't do
alien.
it.
Unless you're in his spaceship, then it's like...
Then do what he
That's
says.
Yeah.
you
Do
got
what
to
it
get
takes to survive.
Yes, there's nothing. Yeah,
No rules in space. That's what they say.
I was gonna say there is no. It's like international waters, but
This could
you
not.
know.
That could not be correct at all, guys.
Yeah, it's like all the astronauts get up there. They're like, "Well, we're in space, guys," and they just start fucking everyone.
Two guys that think being down low is still illegal. They're like, well, Ilya, we're in space now. And you're like, what does that mean? I'm an astronaut. I love space. And I'm like, come on.
You think that?
Come on, we're in space now.
They have like they have like sexual harassment seminars at jobs. I think they have the opposite of that, where it's like, okay, we're in space, but all laws still apply,
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
at NASA. Don't fucking go up there and be like, oh, you could just touch a tit in space.
I had to take a sexual harassment seminar to walk dogs.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
Why? So you couldn't be like, nice dog. When's the other puppy gonna get its milk or something like that? You know what I mean? Like some weird shit like that. That dog has nice tits. So does its owner.
There we go. We got there.
Yeah.
I feel like all
Hosting is a lot.
yeah, it's hard. It's difficult. I feel like all of the examples that they give for like sexual harassment, like that like kind of chubby guy with like the slick back hair, the shit he says is like something I could never imagine even the most perverted person. You know what I mean? Like, like let me get some milk. Like
Yeah.
I see guys catcall. They don't mention the milk at all. There's no milk talk.
Yeah, that's true, dude.
Yeah, that's more advice to like a stray cat.
Yeah.
I think, like,
Catcalling, yeah.
Don't ask for people for milk.
Yeah.
Public.
Oh, I learned in a sexual harassment seminar asking, does the carpet match the drapes?
I
That's
got
sexual
one.
harassment.
Or how about this? That's
Which means I've been sexually harassed at every job I've been at. But I'm a guy, so it's okay.
I think there's an exception for redheads. Because who else do you ask that of?
Yeah.
Right? There's no point.
How about this? That's a nice breed of dog. Speaking of breeding, just stare at them with the sideways cocked eyebrow.
Cocked eyebrow.
Yeah.
Some of the clients, like rich older ladies, I'm like, fuck, as long as I bring a bunch of lube, so
Oh,
they
yeah,
can peg
dude.
me, like I'll be ready to go.
I used to deliver pizza and dry cleaning, and that's top fan. Like the hot matriarch answers the door, and then the
Yeah.
bathrobe, and it's like, "Are you thirsty?" And you're like, "I can
start
the car can idle
fantasizing.
for 20 minutes without anyone."
I am because I did eat one slice of your pizza.
Yeah.
So, pretty thirsty.
I'm actually very thirsty.
You just start thinking about like her face like contorted, and
Yeah.
she's like, "No, please stop."
What is she, demon
Get
possessed? Why is her face contorted?
The Ring doorbell has your face. The cops are on the way.
You see her spider crawling on the ceiling. her backbone's breaking out. Her spine poking through her skin.
She's transferring from a petite white woman to a muscular black man, and it's finally the thing you've always wanted.
And he's like, you know about the down low. It's like, I do know. I do, sir.
We know the name of this episode, dude. I only had
What
one.
if there's a guy who confused the term low down with down low? It's like, hey, this is on the down low. I'm down low.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm just a down low brother. You
They
know
are
what
the
I mean?
same phrase.
Yeah.
In most of the time. And then sometimes not.
Yeah.
Sometimes not at all. Yeah, because sometimes it's
I'm a
like,
low-down
hey, you don't have to. The manager's not here, so you actually don't have to. Pay for all of that stuff, but keep it on the down low. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not sucking your dick for this. I'd rather just use my credit card that I stole from my mom.
You know what?
Damn, slut.
Bobby's mom, dude.
I didn't piece that together. That if you press the button, of course, Bobby's mom's a slut.
Yeah, because at first, am I a slut for stealing my mom's credit
he
card?
incidentally mentioned his mom in that riff. And they're, he said his mom.
Slut. Yep. If
You do kind of hope that your mom puts out, though. You know what I mean?
dude.
Hope's an interesting word.
Yeah.
No?
It's like,
Because, are you parents together?
yeah.
You would hope that, your dad is getting...
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
See, I thought you meant like this. Everyone has that. That phrase like, "Oh, your mom was probably a hoe back in the day."
That's not a phrase.
you never heard Alex is like, people shouted at you in high school.
You know that phrase, Mrs. Tomaselli's a total scumbag.
You know that phrase, and I have photographic evidence that
You know that
proves...
phrase, yo, I fucked your mom. Because she was a whore back in the day. You know that phrase?
I got to do it to myself. I didn't mean it like that.
You know that phrase, hey,
Mom,
I know...
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it. I meant in a general term, not specifically at my mom.
I think you were looking more for the term insult.
no,
The insult, your mom was probably a hoe back
I
in
feel
the
like
day.
I've had maybe.
I
It's
think you
just,
meant
so
the
wordy.
phrase, so-and-so was a hoe back in the day.
yes.
But what you said was, my mom.
No, like you don't. Everyone's mom, and you look at them, you're like, that's their mom. They're cool. Usually, if they're your friend's mom, obviously, or if they're hot, you're like, fuck, that's my friend's hot.
Right.
Mom.
Or if
But
it's your own mom.
you usually don't think about what they were like back in the day. So that's anyway. Whatever. Maybe I grew up with weirder kids. Whatever. But I've not like I've asked my mom. I'm never going to. That'd be weird if you were like, Mom, tell me about your sexual past. Like that's just odd. That's a son shouldn't do that.
That's
to
a
his
great
mom.
Patreon episode, though. I don't know if you do Patreon. We'll call your
Just have
mom
my
right
mom.
now. But hey, mom.
Tell me about your sexual past. Just out of the blue, she's like, "What the hell?"
She's
What
like,
are
well,
you doing?
I thought your podcast's only an hour, so I don't You want to do an extended episode or what? Bonus
Yeah,
feature?
dude. No, but my mom is like, she gives
Good-headed?
you
I agree.
very much the
She's a very-
vibe of someone who was
never really went through a hoe phase.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. What your moms give up on vibe?
They do not.
Good.
And certainly if they did, I would never say that they did. Okay. But no, my mom's no, I don't. Think
Yeah. No, my mom was super Catholic and like.
Oh, so yeah.
But you say that, but she was like, I'm not. She's a weirdo. She's an actual weirdo. She's not one of those like in my hometown there was this Catholic school.
Okay.
Of all chicks, known horror factory, like known even to this day.
Okay.
To this day,
Now it's shipped off to China.
Until they got put out of work. The Detroit of horror factories.
It was bad.
I hate when you bring a whore home and then you look at her ass and then there's the tattoo made in China. You're like, ugh, there's no American jobs anymore.
Yeah,
you always think of the big burly man with like the tattoos and the dirty hands.
You
and he's
do?
like, I used to make whores for a living.
I just like the nice mom and pop horror store where
Yeah.
make a nice local domestic whore. But change,
Nice domestic.
So now America went woke and now it only makes femboys. The femboy factory, or as I call it, San Francisco.
Oh, got him.
Go ahead, Ilya.
I'll do it. So you're not.
Thanks,
left.
Alex. I know Ilya's concentrating on riffing. So
We just
can't.
Eiffel Towered over him, like we're gonna after
just
as
high
well.
fiving over.
And you know what?
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
And now you're gay, Ilya. Go
Oh
home.
man, I just
You
got
can-
Eiffel Towered over.
Yeah, and you have to
Oh, is that all
go
it
tell
takes?
your wife. You have to go tell her.
I'm gonna break it to her.
She's gonna have to honor
get
kill
rid-
you, dude. It's feminine, dude. It's feminism now. If
Have
a
to kill
man
her.
gets raped, the woman honor kills him.
Yo, have you guys ever seen The Shield, the show?
Yeah.
The old with
Yeah.
Vic Mackey. It's
yeah,
Crooked
Vic-
Cops.
Yeah.
Did you watch all of it? Or
Yeah, yeah. So
Do you remember when
they forced his chief to they blackmail him.
dude,
Yeah.
his chief goes to a crime scene to I think to do some extra investigative something because two
Yeah.
cops got murdered. These goons show up and they're like squatters essentially, but they ambush him
Yeah.
and they get the drop on him and they hold a gun to his head and one of them makes him suck his dick.
This is a porno?
It's in a show. It's fucking wild.
And, then the other dude films it and
Yep.
uses to blackmail
And this
him.
is before all of that. It's like when cell phones were just starting. It's insane. It's on cable TV too.
The
It's-
idea that could be used as blackmail is very fun. Like a
Yeah.
guy's crying with a gun to his temple, and they're like, "This means you're gay,
Yeah,
dude."
dude.
Yeah, but all his friends are like, imagine you saw your friends see that,
Yeah,
and they
it's
see
early
you crying. It's
2000s,
like,
Jesus Christ.
Not only is he sucking dick, but he's being real emotional.
yeah,
Everyone,
Fucking
yo,
pussy.
dude, I think those are tears of joy.
everyone in the show he tells his wife and I think his brother, and his wife
all-
is
yeah. So-
his wife is like, "Oh my God, David, how could you let that happen? It's so mean."
Yeah.
And then his brother's like, "David, that's horrible," and he's like, "There's nothing you could have done." And you're like, yo, this man has the worst life.
Yeah.
Like, you actually hate this guy the whole show, and then when he's going through that,
Yeah,
you're like,
it's
yo,
very
this
brutal,
guy's
yeah.
like, damn, bro.
This
No
isn't-
one supports this man.
This isn't a comedy.
It's not funny
not
at
a
all,
comedy.
honestly.
Jeez.
It's very brutal to watch. It was,
God.
dude. When
a
I
good
first
show,
saw it, it's great. When I first saw it, though, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, I was like, "Is this really happening?" It's a cable show.
I'm imagining like a man and a woman, a couple. They're watching this, and the woman is so disgusted by every person in the rape victim's life. He's like, "I can't believe they're acting this way," and the guy's like, "Oh my God, I could finally tell her." And he tells her, and she's like, "Oh my God, there's nothing you could have done to get out of that."
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
That means you're gay now.
Go ahead, Alex.
But no,
Go
that
ahead.
was. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. You know
good
what?
to press.
And I got news for you.
That's the lady.
That means you're gay.
That'd be so rude. Have you ever cried in front of a woman and had
Never.
her
Not even in front of my
you?
mom. If I needed my diaper changed, I said, "Hey, bitch."
Bobby came out of the womb and slapped his mom. Said, "What are you doing out of the kitchen?" He was a very aggressive baby.
I got it on. Watch me, I'll drop the bomb. I was born premature and I fucking slapped my mom. That's a good.
Got 'em.
Dude, if I was a gangster rapper, Ilya, I could use that line.
Yeah, sure, yeah. 'Cause I have this thing where I don't sign off on a lot of his jokes,
You just look
so
at him.
I'll build in I will ruin the flow if I disagree ideologically with the thing he's trying to do.
And I respect it. The more you push me away, the more I'm drawn to you.
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude. You said something. Slap your mom. What was before that?
I would never slap my
You're
mom.
asking about crying in front of a woman, right?
Crying.
Cried in front of a woman. No, I cried in front of my now ex-girlfriend while I was breaking up with her.
That's okay.
It makes them fellas. It
Sort
makes
of.
them last mad at you.
Yeah, sort of.
It's like, I'm so sorry I cheated.
I'm so sorry. It was on the down low. She's like, "What's the down low?" And I'm like, "If you listen to hip hop, you would
It's a
understand."
complicated thing. Black culture isn't, they have their own culture about how they treat these certain kinds of relationships, but it doesn't make them bad. It's just,
Hell yeah, dude. You guys are staring at you like press a button.
the problem is you can't do it too much. And then,
I know,
then it's like,
but you both looked and I was like, no,
it's right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta have some
You know,
self.
you know what? You gotta get like a foot pedal, like for like a
Right,
guitar.
just ding.
You get like a pedal board going.
Lemaire Lee, when he does the pod, he gets like really happy with the buttons. He's like, he's like, ah! Every time I'm like, chill.
I'm too fair. Two of them are black.
It's true.
So
He's got to do it, man.
Yeah.
You guys.
Have you ever cried in front of a?
Oh yeah, dude.
lady?
It's embarrassing. I had a girl. I remember the first time I like really cried in front of a girl. Like when it actually like sometimes you cry in front of they start crying, you're all crying. That's different.
Right,
When
and you're
you
like,
cry,
"Don't go to the police. Please don't go to the police." It's like, "Oh my God, you're being vulnerable."
You get over it. Other women have gotten over it. They never say anything. They just go about their lives.
Why can't you just be fucking cool? Other girls are cool.
I'm gonna go to jail. It's illegal what I did. It's super illegal.
I took the tag off the mattress when it says "Do not remove." See, it wasn't rape the whole
Yeah,
time.
it wasn't.
But you did remove the tag from the match while raping. While raping. So.
Playing in bed like was it the mattress?
The cops burst in. It's like, it's about the tag. Is the tag? And the woman's tied and bleeding on the ground. Is this tag related? See, I thought that was a joke. I didn't think that was a real thing. I thought it was just a hacky premise from the 80s. I know.
Oh man, dude.
So how did it end?
She did not like that I cried in front of her, and it was like she's like I forgot why we weren't hanging out anymore, but she was like we can't hang out anymore, and I just got emotional, and she like did not get emotional. She kind of just like looked at me up and down, and I was like, oh, this is brutal. I just left.
Women can become like they're like a
Yeah.
Rambo sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Like sometimes they get emotional, and sometimes they're just the most cold person you've ever
Yeah.
met. It's like, geez, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel like Alex, what I've done in the past, and I know getting dating advice
From a ginger.
from Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg with sideburns. If you're only listening, you want to turn on the visual because these sideburns are pretty cool. But I found if a woman is like, you never open up to me, the next time we hang out, you get quiet, she asks what's wrong, and you say, I've just been a little bit stressed out with everything that's going on.
In the world?
No, just I've been stressed out with everything that's going on. And she goes like, what? And you're like, just, work and stuff. But how are you? And then she talks about her day. And look how vulnerable you just were.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
You're so cool, Bobby.
Yeah,
I'm going to
dude.
steal that.
And
I just
and
complained
that's why
to it.
Bobby's in a happy relationship.
Yeah, I am very single. You do that, and then when your grandpa dies, you run the shower in the bathroom. That way she can't hear you jerking off.
Hell yeah, dude.
Grandpa's dead.
It's what he would have wanted.
You got to tribute a picture of your grandpa. That way it's ready for the funeral.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the concept of tributing, Alex?
What? No.
Tributing.
Is
you know
this
what
like
it
the
is.
download? I don't know.
Is this jacking off for somebody?
So tributing is when you take a picture of someone. So say I have a picture of Ilya, and say it's like when he first started doing comedy when he looked a little younger, and let's what the fuck.
I think I might have looked worse then. Let's keep this above the belt. Come on. This is a tasteful podcast. We can make fun of blacks and gays, but come on. Saying I used to look younger when I was younger. What the fuck is that? What kind of shit is that?
You're just quiet for the rest of the episode.
Just change.
Just
sour the tone.
Just staring like
I just don't participate. I don't.
life has flashed me by. Dust in the wind.
So if you're tributing someone,
Is this a thing? Is this a term you're making up, or is this a term?
no, there's that there. I don't know if there still is, but there at least used to be a subreddit called Tribute Me, and girls that I assume have very many problems with themselves.
Of course.
Well-
What ones don't?
fellas, where my fellas at, fellas? So they'll post a picture of themselves and go, tribute me. And then, so men well, it used to be old school tributing was you would print out a picture, jack off onto the picture, like come onto the picture,
is that what
take
that's
a
called?
picture of the picture, send it back. But now with iPads, because you could come right off the iPad now.
Yeah.
So there's actually Steve Jobs mentioned it before he died, but you just come on a picture, and the women get off on getting tributed. At least that's what it was in its purest form. But then OnlyFans came out.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I love getting
now
tributed,
it's all
by the way.
hacked, right?
Yeah.
Send me money, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never I had to
Tribute
pay
game's
for
different
porn.
now.
The tribute games.
When I was younger, the tribute game was like people were in it for the love of the game.
the love of the game. People didn't even use pictures a lot of time. A lot of time they would just hold me down.
I thought you did that just 'cause if you didn't want to sign your name. The alternative form is you just jerk off onto a document. That's how I signed Lisa's. I just dab my thumb.
Yeah.
Spray.
That's
The
you
crust.
can't fake that, dude.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't. Did you sign it? It's like you're gonna need a black light.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I used to. I did. It's extra secure. That or maybe some lemon juice. I think that might work.
It's the drips.
You'll know that it's mine just based on the taste, though.
It smells. What is it even? Cum just smells like cum. Yeah.
Cum smells,
People say,
looks,
like, bleach
tastes
or
like cum,
something?
pretty much. Yeah. It doesn't.
Everyone knows cum always tastes like cum to me.
Cum
Yeah.
always. Just doing comedy in a black room. You're like, fellas, you ever try your own cum? You ever drink your own cum, fellas?
No one laughs, and then after the show, everyone one by one. They're like,
Yeah, man, that shit was mad funny, man. I couldn't say no because the
like,
fellas, I'm on the down low. You know what I mean? I'm on the
I'll
down low.
download myself. I'll never do that. I drink my. I eat my.
I mean, with other black guys, and we do sex with each other. You know what I mean? You
But
know what I'm
there's
saying?
one guy that totally doesn't understand it. He's like, you could just get water from the faucet. There's other ways to help yourself swallow a pill. You don't have to come into your own hand and drink it.
So I never. I know people who have like tried their own cum, like
Yeah,
on
one
their
of
own-
them sitting in this living room.
You've tried it. You've yanked.
I
it
have
and
not
tasted it?
I've not came to a shot glass and did the whole thing, but I did a pinky
See,
check.
I've never- yeah, I've
you
never
know,
done
like
that.
when you want to make sure the pasta's cooked, like that type of thing.
Throw it against the wall. That's how my nonna used to do it. I think it's ready.
You know how in the police academy they pepper spray you, that way you know what it's like to be
Yeah, yeah,
pepper
yeah.
sprayed? Same idea. If you want someone to drink your cum, you got to at least know what you're dealing with.
I've accidentally tasted my own cum, but I've never tasted it.
is that-
Well, I
Right.
made sure to eat a lot of pineapple because it pairs good with cum.
I just put a little cum. You know what you do is you roll the pineapple in the cum and then a little bit of tahini.
Ooh. Okay, and then drop an egg. Because you put egg in ramen.
Oh,
It got away from me, folks.
Or it's sex too. The egg. Yeah.
Because
that's
the
where he
woman's
got.
egg-
That's where he got confused.
I was confused.
yeah. Oh,
He's
I
like,
see.
you want to have a child?
No,
No, there's no woman involved in this, Ilya.
Yeah,
Jeez.
okay.
Yeah. Ew.
No, I was confused by the recipe
Gross.
that we were riffing together.
You're married, Ilya.
I am.
How is that?
You ever think about opening it up?
Yeah, you talked about that on stage.
I mean, I haven't heard any great pitches, but let me see what you have to bring.
It does seem like unless it's
Let
another.
me see what you have to bring.
Yeah.
It's either like another dude comes in and gets to bang your chick, or another woman comes in and steals your chick. That's what it seems like I've seen.
Oh, those are the only
Those
options?
No, it just seems like that's how those stories end.
So I've actually gotten the offer once in my whole life. So this is not bragging.
But it was
This
your
is-
parents, and you're like,
It was yeah.
this is not.
We want you back inside.
Yeah, my dad's like,
I don't know why I mean Italian.
Travolta.
Because he wants you to fuck his mom. And they always do that.
Bo, your dad don't get no hard from me no more. You're young. Your dick works.
I would watch in the corner, smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
good time, dude.
What were you saying?
Oh, so there was a couple on Bumble, and it was like the weird thing was it was like a big attractive man. They were both white, a man and a woman. The big attractive man.
Hell yeah.
I swiped because I saw a picture of both of them and was curious about what would happen. And they were like, "Oh yeah, like here's our address."
Real talk.
Damn, I was trying to press the gay one. I was trying to press the gay one. God damn it.
That means you're gay.
Yeah. So I was like, what happens? And they were like, yeah, like come over. I'm like, this is so easy. But I'm like, I feel like I don't think it would result in me getting SA'd, so to speak. I don't think which
S8
stands for sexual assault.
Oh.
I don't because
I thought you meant something special.
Yeah.
Hey, S8.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Hey, you want to come to mass with
Poke
us
me
real
in
quick
my
before we
ass,
have a
man.
threesome?
Hey, you won't just hang out and chill with us? Yeah, I essayed yesterday.
So I was like, okay, this is too weird. So I didn't end up going. But part of me was like, what if I do go there and it is like, oh, just watch. I just want the guys like, I just want you to fuck my wife and I'm going to watch. Yeah. And I'm not going to do, we don't have to do any gay stuff. But then I'm like, what if I'm the first person that's doing this? And as I'm fucking his wife, he goes, oh, this is not what I wanted at all. Now I'm very upset. You know what I mean? That's a bad place to be.
Yeah. You ever watch Boardwalk Empire?
No.
That happens in Boardwalk Empire in season 4. One of the black guys, he's like at a cabaret, and like one of the white chick is like, you should go upstairs and have sex. And when they start having sex, her husband comes in with a gun and is like, what are you doing? And he's like, yo, I didn't know. And he's like, no, keep going. And then he like makes him do it. And then the guy gets mad because he has a gun to his head. So he takes a bottle and fucking.
Okay.
Naked.
I would have finished first.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't finish if there's sound in the next room. I don't know why a gun to my head. I'll be like, all right, I'm good to go.
A gun's quiet.
You know,
Just tune it out.
you know Omar from The Wire,
Not personally.
but you know who the guy is from The
Yeah.
Wire.
R.I.P. in peace.
Michael Kenneth Williams. Yeah, he's in Boardwalk Empire, and he after like the guy kills the guy with the bottle, he's like sitting with him, and he's looking down at him, and the guy's like covered up because he's naked and shit, and he's mad because he's killed someone, and Michael Kenneth Williams goes, all this for just 5 minutes of jelly. It's such an old term for pussy.
Jelly.
Jelly,
That's a great
dude.
term.
It is 5 minutes of jelly, and you're like, oh, that's so.
He wasn't ready for that jelly.
Yeah, apparently not. Well, he was, but then he got mad and beat a guy to death with a bottle, which is
He got jelly.
He did. Well, the guy who was
Some peanut
fucking
butter
the
in
girl
there, if you know what I'm
beat the
saying.
No,
I don't
Damn.
either.
because the black guy invented peanut butter. Is that what you
guy. George Washington Carver.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being a throat-clearing douchebag right now.
You're fine. Disgusting, dude. Strangers, bro.
That's cum. Yeah, that's his cum.
That's
So I'm pointing out. I'm supposed. Bobby's drinking his cum from a water bottle.
I'm just so thirsty all of a sudden. Very, very thirsty. That's cool because it's gay, but it's also narcissistic. You know what I mean? To drink your own cum.
Yeah, it'd be.
You're like, I'm so thirsty for my own cum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's just resourceful. It's
I
pretty
guess.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's true.
Maybe like you know how allegedly Drake put hot sauce in his
Yes.
used condom. He did that because he didn't want to get sperm jacked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which it doesn't. Once the sperm leave, like once it's in a condom, it's like dead.
Yeah. No, but stranger
Tastes the
things
same,
have happened
but-
though.
yeah.
Those bitches are resilient, dude. Like they would have jammed it in and then taken like a pill that makes it like they don't play around. They're like NBA chicks.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? The NBA chicks are about that life. They get cummed in and then they just roll over and they sit back, legs back. They really let that shit ferment.
Ooh, ferment.
Yeah.
That fermented pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm a big. If a girl gives me if she just says you can go ahead, I don't even question. Just
What?
Come inside. Yeah.
No.
I never even. I'm an idiot.
Alex, no, you're such
so
a
fucking stupid.
young, talented comedian.
Oh, thanks, man.
Don't. No, I'm admonishing you right now. Don't.
I don't want to. I am very on. No, I don't want to have a kid, but I'm very honest with them about I will not have this kid with
It's
you.
hard in that moment to be like, you want me to no. Just
I'll
give me
do
the
it.
go ahead.
I've usually already told them
I've-
I don't want kids. So
Okay, but you do know that once you get her pregnant, it's her decision.
yeah. But I'm also. I'm
not saying that's a good thing. I'm saying that's what's happening.
I'm not saying she can't make that decision. I'm just saying I'm going to be really mean to her if she makes the wrong decision. Like she's like,
Fair
I'm
enough.
keeping this kid and you have to pay for it. I'm going to be like, well, I'm going to be mean to you the rest of your life.
No, okay.
I will make this kid hate you. Like I would tell her. I would be very matter of fact about that though.
I feel like a certain
not-
portion of women would be like, yeah, you could be a little passive aggressive to me if you're giving me hundreds of dollars a month.
I wouldn't though. I'd be like, you're getting the bare minimum. I will be late on payments. I will make sure the kid hates you. I would do bad dad things.
These blacks.
Like bad baby daddy things. Like I would get the kid everything it wanted and make sure whenever it goes goes home, it tells her like, my dad's so cool. Yeah. I don't know if it's a girl or that boy or a trans,
But
whatever.
It's interesting that
I'll
situation.
make it trans.
I guess-
Definitely, that's just a problem she'll have to deal with too.
It's interesting that situation that it's just like it's
Jokey
it's assumed that the relationship doesn't work out. Like I guess that's a reason you'd break up is like I don't want the baby, you do.
Yeah.
But theoretically, be like, well, I guess we're sticking together. Like,
No,
what if it just works out?
See,
What if it's
I
like an arranged marriage?
I want to go the other way immediately. I don't want to give her a semblance of this is going to work out. I want her to be like, you know what, I am going to get an abortion
We're so far
right now. You know, with a rando. I'm just saying a rando. If it was just like
rando.
the love of my life, and she was like, oh, I'm pregnant, and I was like madly in love, maybe it would happen.
Yeah.
This happens to everyone. Don't worry.
That's a great time to start crying. when she says I'm pregnant and you start breaking down. And she's like, oh my God, is my baby going to be a pussy too?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I'd be like,
Start making up genetic diseases that you have.
or just
start dropping things.
I have MS.
Just start talking about how much it'll ruin your comedy career.
My parents.
No. Go the other direction where you're like, this is great because my comedy career is about to take off. She'd be like, oh my God. Oh no. Like I just quit my day job, so this would be a perfect time to get somebody
You
pregnant.
know what's even better? Immediately, because you're already fucked, immediately get another girl pregnant and be super nice to her. And then raise the
So it turns out,
Out of spite.
I wasn't scared of fatherhood. I just don't like you.
Yeah. I realized that about an ex I had. She was like, well, I want to have kids and get married. And if you don't want that, we should break up. And I was like, okay. Reasonable. So, like, give me a few months to figure this out. And very short amount of time figured out I could never have a kid with this woman or get married.
Narrow
I
your
hated
urethra.
it. Would have hated it. We would have gotten divorced and had to fight our entire lives. To
Yeah.
take care of it.
Do you know how many people like never took that? They're like, all right, I guess I'll marry this woman.
Yeah.
I'll marry this woman I don't really like, and I'll have a bunch of kids, and
dude,
I
know-
won't like them either.
I know people like that in my life.
Yeah.
Is it your parents?
No,
Okay.
they did. No, they did though. That is them. My dad and my mom, when they got together, were pretty similar, but
Sexually compatible.
They had a kid. Ew, dude.
They simultaneously climax all the time. It was a real thing that they bonded.
But they were dating, and then she had me, and they got married. They had me, and then my fucking mom got weird because she had a kid. As they all do. Every dude who has a kid will tell you that motherhood they change.
They change.
They just something. It happens to their bodies. They change. It's just natural, and they changed so much. Completely, like my dad was still pretty like liberal. My mom became Christian conservative. It's a whole fucking thing. And my dad didn't leave, and they were supposed to get divorced when I was like 2, and then they decided to stick it out.
Aw.
Look what happened. Yeah.
You got your own podcast.
Why'd your
I
mom
guess
become
so.
like Christian conservative?
She always was from that family, but I
Okay.
think after having a kid, it's something happened.
She's like, there needs to be an afterlife.
Yeah, or
there needs to
order.
be another
Like,
pleasant thing.
whatever you say about conservatives, they do have order. You know what I mean? They have like a set of things where it's
Yes.
like, we do this and it's boring and it sucks, but they do it and it's not my thing. I'm also not a super lefty, but it's like, I do like that women are sluttier over there. So that's where I go.
strong political.
Yeah,
views.
man. Dude, you should see me on a date with a liberal chick. You would laugh your ass off. You'd be like, you don't even, what? Like, you just made that up.
You know,
I swear to God.
most guys shoot themselves in the foot by talking too much on a first date. You know what I mean?
think so?
Yeah, like you don't even.
I don't care for this dating advice.
Yeah, you're-
I don't know what this is, but I don't know.
I'm married.
You don't realize that my Twitter handle is Red Pill Coach Bobby Sheehan.
You really?
But I do think you see a guy on a date sometimes, and he's like, and then I did this and I did that, and she's like looking there
Yep.
bored. I'm like, dude, it's actually so simple. You just have to go. And what do you think?
Yep.
And then just
Dog.
sit there for about 5 minutes.
Yep. Have you ever seen the movie Heat?
No.
You have? You've never seen Heat? You're not a real man, dude. Sorry.
I knew that before I didn't see this movie.
In Heat, Robert De Niro, whatever her name is, the chick
Bobby,
in the
that's what I
movie, he like ignores her at first, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude." And then he just starts asking her questions, and this bitch talks for like exactly like 5 minutes, and he's just like, he's like, "What are you reading?" She's like, "Oh, this book on art. It's a book about blah, blah, the art." And he's like, "Oh, you're studying that?" And she's like, "Yeah, I actually do that." And he's like, "And where do you go to school for that?" And that's it. You just ask them, and then before you know it, she's naked in your high-rise LA apartment.
Yeah, and you're like, if you just do everything I say,
Yeah.
I'll put the gun down.
Yeah, you just got to ask them questions like, what is a vagina? How does it work?
How's it
Just let
work?
them go off.
What that thing
They'll
do?
No, seriously, what did that thing do?
What does it do?
What does it do? What does this clitoris do?
And then like 5 minutes later, she's like, so anyway, I work at a hospital. It's like, what that thing do? It's like, what does hospital do?
Yeah. What part?
Yeah, so my mom has cancer. It's like, what that thing do?
Well, it's a
Her
cell.
pancreas doesn't work. What that thing? What produces bile? That helps her body
It
process.
just keeps going down the rabbit hole.
Finally, the officer takes out the handcuffs, and you're like, "What that thing?" Well, look at us having a nice time.
That's fine.
Oh, good shit, guys.
a good-
We're cruising, man. We're almost.
We're cruising
towards the end. We're getting there.
Oh my God.
We're getting there.
Well, we covered a lot of ground so far.
We really did, man.
I gave a lot of dating advice that Ilya, I hope you were taking notes.
Yeah.
When my marriage fails, I will make sure to implement some of those crucial ways.
Yeah,
How long
man.
have you guys been married for?
3 years.
3
Oh,
years.
nice, man. Nice.
They say after 10 years, the likelihood of divorce is so much less. So,
Well, Louis C.K. said you have to be married for 10 years before you're good at it.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see.
I thought that
don't-
might get more of a laugh, but I guess not.
I
Because he
don't
said
think-
about stand-up.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get married.
No?
Yeah, I don't think so. I
Just
just
because you're a shitty personality. You're not a provider and that kind of thing.
definitely the provider part, 100%.
Is it the micro penis too?
It's my small penis.
Small penis.
No, I don't want kids. It's a lot of things. It's,
Don't
I
want
just,
kids. Couldn't have kids if you wanted kids.
Yeah.
I.
His
well,
dick's too small for the sperm to get out. He can't even impregnate him.
I'm also on the down low, so the fucking black guys gets in the way.
The doctor's like, we have your report, and it seems the reason why your wife is impregnated is because the cum actually, it doesn't go through your urethra. It actually comes out of your asshole.
That kind
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
it's a doctor's diagnosis that you're gay. A medical diagnosis. You're gay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just an old Indian man going, I don't know what to tell you, but you were born this way.
Then he starts playing the Lady Gaga song.
Wow. Whatever the fuck.
Also, you have sickle cell anemia. Also born this way. That's fun. No flags for sickle cell. Ha, am I right? Anyway, that will be $1,000. Thank you. Come again.
Oh fuck!
I
What
know,
did
I
you
know.
just?
Shouldn't have done that
You said something. You got me.
You're tiny feet.
Prolific, I think.
It's about you never getting married. Is that what we're talking
Never-
about?
Oh, yeah, you're never getting married.
I'm never getting married, dude.
You're going
I
to
don't
play the
think so.
field until you're old and gray?
I have a plan. I think New York City is one of the only places I can do it, and they'll fluctuate.
Well, the tower's already down. So
Yeah.
you have to crash into another build. I don't know what your plan is.
My master plan.
A musical about moving to New York, but it's sung by the 1900s. I want to please Allah in New York City. They say I could dream, but my dream is to have virgins that are 73 minus 1.
So many homosexuals here, they must die. I understand why we hate it here.
And I came from Fallujah with nothing but a box cutter.
Box cutter. They all bends in the back, throwing luggage and shit.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heady. There's fucking box cutters in his hands already.
Bomb residue on his hands already.
There's ash in his lungs.
You have to exit the tower. They told you were under the blast zone. You might make it out alive.
Oh man.
So, I'm sorry. You have a plan.
I think I need like 5 friends with benefits.
Okay.
Stretch them out over separate hookups. That's my life.
Sounds very greedy.
Yeah, that's
I think I need different. Yeah, different
You're
ones.
going to get an STD.
different. Well, they're cool, dude. Come on.
Okay.
These girls
All
are
right,
cool.
if they're cool.
Oh, they're cool. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know they're cool. You did say that. You did say the quiet part out loud. Okay,
To be
Fine,
honest-
they're cool.
They're cool, dude. They're cool. All right.
Just funny because being cool actually makes you more likely to have an STD.
No, they're cool. They're clean.
Don't worry about it.
Hey,
just like-
before we go any further, are you cool? She's like, I like Neutral Milk Hotel, and you're like, all right, perfect.
Okay. But is your pussy cool?
Dude, that is my move. Like, we're getting down, and then right before, I'm like, wait. So, like, we're cool, right?
We're
No,
cool.
I do ask, I'm like, are we like, you don't have herpes or anything, right? And I stare them in the eye because they have like a Oh, like something goes wrong, I'm like, oh fuck.
What are you talking about?
Like if they hesitate, they're like, no, I might have
She
one
hesitates
time,
because
but
she doesn't understand the question that you're asking.
Do you think maybe she hesitates because you're inside of her? And she's like, what? You're asking. It's like, oh, because in that moment she's like, oh god, this guy has something.
It actually sounds like you're asking for consent. You're like, are we cool?
Yeah.
Is this cool, what I'm doing?
It doesn't hurt to,
Is it cool if I touch your right breast as well? I got access for the left breast. How about the right breast?
Yeah.
The right
I gotta make
breast.
because I that's all I need is the girl to say no, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Do not take that out of context.
That's all. What do you mean?
Wait, fuck.
Wait,
No,
what do you mean? That's all you need for what?
For the she doesn't have herpes specifically.
So you just need her to say no, I don't have herpes.
Because the thing about people is they can't say something that's
They
not
can't-
true.
yeah. Why would
he
this
lives in
girl-
the world where
She's cool.
What if she's like the John Lovitz character? It's like, no, I don't have herpes. It's like, cool.
cool.
Or
Or
I
she,
don't
do-
register sarcasm.
she does the thing where she's like, yeah, of course I have herpes. And then later she's like, I told you.
It's like, I thought you were being sarcastic. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
No.
for real. Yeah, I just.
She's like,
I'm,
do you have herpes?
I'm an idiot.
It's like, herpes? No, I don't have a herpes. It's like, God, what are the other ones?
Yeah.
So 5 friends with benefits.
5 Chinese, Latino. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Latina.
realize we were going on the down low.
Got 2 white
Down low, south of the border.
2 white chicks, black
Okay.
chick. There you go.
Okay. All right. Cool. Now, do they know?
You're just like, the hell, man.
I mean, this is very cult-like plan of yours.
They're not all friends, dude.
Are they all friends?
No,
Do they
no,
live
they,
in? Oh, they're not.
They don't know
do
each
they know
other.
each other?
No. And if
do they know
do,
about
they're-
Sharon
I'll
Tate?
be honest.
They know they exist, but they
there's-
don't know each other.
There's a Chris D'Elia level of thinking that's going on with this initial plan. As far
I
as I'm
just
aware.
want
Are
5.
I want them to secretly tattoo my initials on their body, but in a way that other people can't tell. But like,
No.
I'll know.
They're cool, Ilya. They like know what I am, and they're like, you come around, we have sex, and you go about your life. That's and I need 5 of those.
How'd you sell on 5? Just because the different. Wait, you said 2 white?
2
Why 2 different? Because white's your preference. But yeah, I want different kinds of whites. Like, I prefer white. I want all
blonde and brunette. That's why black hair.
Ah, okay. Jew and Gentile.
Yes, I love. Yes,
A little bit of country, a little bit of. Does this have peanuts in it?
That wasn't even. That was like a deformed monster.
Yeah, I can't do voices.
Oh
It's like a melting person.
Oh, we're crushing. I feel bad for my roommates. I hope I'm not doing that.
We're being extremely loud.
No, it's
I'd
fine.
be annoyed if I
Oh,
was
it's the
them.
loudness. It's not the content. It's just the volume that we're speaking.
Yeah. No, man.
So it's like a harem type, like a sugar daddy kind of
no,
situation?
this is just girls that when we're in town, we see each other, we hang out and hook
Wait,
up.
what
and
town
then-
are they in?
Maybe they're in Queens and the other one's in Brooklyn. The other
Oh,
one's
so
yeah.
in town meaning the boroughs.
the boroughs. 5 different boroughs. You guys get it.
You hook up with a girl that lives 2 blocks away. You're like, hey, I'm in town. Like trying to sound cool. Like, I'm actually like in the neighborhood, and I will be for like all night and like the next night. And
And
then
then then there's we travel. We're comedians. There's those ones too.
Okay.
So, wait, so you have your 5 main ones plus the chicks you fuck on the road.
Like on the road, yeah.
Okay, but the 5 ones at home are for what? They're just
They're
like-
the main ones.
they're the
The more I'm doing this bit,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
sounds crazier.
And look, they could say no. They could
They
totally
could totally say, but I'll cut off all
Are they allowed to-
financial and
Are they
social
allowed-
contracts.
financial time. Oh no!
Look, if they want, I'll give them their passports back. I'm not saying they can't get it back.
Listen-
I'm saying I'll hold it on for safekeeping.
Just because she doesn't know the English way to say, "Can I please have my passport back?" That's not my problem.
Yeah,
I'm not the keeper of pass. I mean, I
right.
call myself. They have to
I
call me the
gotta.
keeper.
I'm
of
gonna
passport.
find one really cool chick who doesn't want to get married and have kids. That's realistically what'll happen.
Okay, nice.
Okay, just to be clear, your plan is we're just gonna have a long-term
A
girlfriend.
long-term girlfriend who moves in, and we like the same stuff.
I do have a friends with benefits.
I need
yeah?
I need a few of those for now.
What's her name and where she live?
Where she lives.
You can even lash. the
Tell
initials.
us where she lives.
I mean, let's just say, folks, she's in town. Yeah, but you know what's interesting? I'm very new to being the guy that's like, hey, I'm just looking for something casual, because I'm 32. I had my first girlfriend at 30, and then from 0 to 29, I was like, "Will you please be my girlfriend?" Like right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't do
so
that.
even when I was a baby, I was that way.
My last 2 relationships, they just decided I was their boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, that's what
That was literally like I one day was like they called me their boyfriend and I was like I guess so. I'm not even exaggerating.
That's
I was like,
beautiful.
well, here we go.
But well, what had happened prior to them calling you that?
I mean, a lot of hooking up
Lot of
and
hooking up?
hanging out a lot,
Hanging
and we were
out.
in a we were
meeting
in a
her dad,
relationship.
going to weddings together.
It seems like you might be in a relationship.
No, but she like it wasn't. In my experience, it's usually there's just a day when you're hanging out and you're like, so we've been doing this a while. You want to be my girlfriend? Like, you know,
Yeah.
maybe a little less matter of factly. Maybe it's more romantic.
You don't
but
have
it
the
is-
contract like all
right
set.
Yeah.
No, but you do. It's usually I ask the girl out, and I've just been like pulled into relationships, which are fine.
See, I feel like
I don't
if
mind
you
it.
don't want it to escalate, you don't spend the night and you don't hang out with them during the day.
Yeah.
Like if you only show up at night and you leave before sleep, I think that communicates that we're just like
No.
friends with benefits,
Yeah.
or dare I say acquaintances with benefits.
Yeah, I really don't. I'll know I like a chick if I can sleep in the same bed with her. If I can't, I'll know right away. I'll be like, get out. I don't want you around.
See,
Your
I-
energy sucks.
See, I'm so tired that means nothing. If I fall asleep, they're not like, oh, he's so. I'm like, I fall asleep on airplanes.
Okay.
I've fallen asleep during an open mic. Joe Gorman took a picture of me. while I was asleep
I
at
have
the
it
Creek in
too.
the
I have
Cave.
numerous pictures. Osama Basal and Jonathan Tilson. Osama Basal, I wish he was back in New York, but he would always take pictures of me passed out at mics. It's a lot of weed and bad comedy. What can you do?
It's very tiring. It
Yeah,
takes a long time.
especially
Yeah.
like the comedy shop. I would always fall asleep there in
Yikes.
that desolate.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be. Like, if everybody... I had this happen one time. I was in the audience during a comedy shop open mic, and I was fucking laughing at a good bit. And then someone was like, this guy over here. And I'm like, all right, fine. No more laughter.
you, yeah.
The laughter is off now. Sorry.
Prick. Yeah.
Daniel Parafan asleep
I love
at the
Daniel
creek
Parafan.
in the cave.
Yeah.
But remember they had like a row of seats to the side
Yeah.
instead of in front. Like the full, he like when you're sleeping
That's
at the airport, just
awesome.
sleeping along, and he was like up front the whole night. And so the whole mic, everyone's just commenting.
Yeah.
About, and he was like, I don't know if you saw it, but it was just like. He wasn't like in the back of the room. He was
Right.
basically stage left.
I love
Stage
Parafan,
right,
dude.
yeah.
He's so funny.
And just,
To be fair, that might have been the era when I saw him where he took a quart of vodka out of his backpack and drank from it. And he's sober now, as am I, so no judgments here. But when I saw him do it, I kind of looked at him like, you just take a quart of vodka out of your backpack and take a swig from it? And he looked, I swear to God, he went, oh, it's cheaper than buying it from the bar. Oh, well, when you put it that way.
Hell yeah.
it's like, it's like, is that's what you're asking? Right?
Yeah.
It's like, is this a financial move? It's like, it is actually. It's actually cheaper per ounce because the bars mark it up. They're telling you per shot.
takes out a
When you consider how many
calculator.
shots are in a quart. Yeah. Right, so if you consider your average handle is 750 milliliters, the average shot's going to be 32. It works out.
Oh man,
Creek in
dude.
the Cave back when they were in New York was really the only bar that you probably could bring booze into and they wouldn't get mad. You know what I mean? They were very
It felt like a hangout just for stray people.
straight people.
Like
yeah.
it was like a kennel for like
I've
humans.
heard stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I only went there a couple times, but
There are people that like would only do those mics, and they
We're in the
would.
tiny cupboard now.
Yeah, but the thing about the tiny cupboard is it's like it's not, and this is no knock on them. It's just like the reality of like the real estate they have is like there's no hang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like the Creek in the Cave, there was always like
it was only a hang.
It was only
like
a hang,
pinball
yeah.
Machine. Like, but then it was like the mics were like what 2.5 minutes, like whatever, like weird times, like
yeah.
3-minute mics. Is what is it?
Ugh. Yeah. Do 5 or nothing.
I
pussy.
remember reading on the stand-up subreddit. Very cool. Someone was there was a thread. It was like, "What's the most depressing open mic you've been to?" And one perfectly described like a Creek mic. Like as I'm reading it, I'm like, "Oh, there's no way this isn't a Creek mic." And as I'm reading it and reading the replies of like, "Oh my God, that's so depressing," I'm like, "Oh, it is." Like I frequently participate in something that's very, very sad.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
I tell regular. I went back to Connecticut 2 weeks ago, and there's a very popular open mic we do, and I invited 2 friends to come drink with me at it, and I was like, if you guys want to hang and watch, you can. Just so you know, everyone else on this stage will be terrible. Like I was just like, they might not, but this is going to be bad. And they were like, it's fine, and they were cool, but I would never do that. They've known me since I started comedy, so it's different. But I
Yeah.
would never do that to like people I just met. I'd be like, you don't want to watch an open mic. You'll wonder why people do stand up. Or you'll get
Or you'll wonder what stand-up
yes.
is.
Or
won't know
if you're a really bad stand-up or you start doing stand-up,
okay,
you'll
I'm
be
listening.
like, "Oh, I can do this," and it's like, "You mean you can do the worst?"
Yeah.
Like I hate people who have that story. Like I went to an open mic and everyone sucked, so I did it, and it's like. That sucks. It means you suck. Like that means you.
It's like going to like a special Olympics.
You watch the Special Olympics. I can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
I can run and fall.
No other.
I mean, it's fine.
I can barrel through my competition.
So when I was in London, the open mics in London are fun.
Yeah.
Like outside of I feel like the northeast of the United States, they treat it more like an event.
Oh yeah, and literally outside of New York in general, you go to other places.
York's
it's
the
like,
hustle, yeah.
People are like enthusiastic, and it's an event, and people are there and like paying attention. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is like these are nice. people.
London, more than one London comic was like, "How many gigs have you done?" And I was like, "I don't even understand the question." And then I was like, "I thought they were like proper like club gigs,
Yeah.
you know." But it was actually asking me.
How many? Yeah.
How many open mics have you done?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And like in New York, they ask you how long you've been doing comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's pointless to be like
Yeah.
1,787. You know.
Dude, I would look at him and be like, I mean, it'd be like the choppers from Vietnam in my head. I'd just look into the distance like,
Just think of all the dead
lost
people,
count,
people
bro.
who didn't make it.
I just lost count, brother.
How did you
in the
compare?
shit?
How did you compare in terms of quality? Would you say?
It's fine. You know,
I meant like your stand-up. You want particularly compared to the other people there. Like I assume you would have had a great set, but like.
yeah, but I think I did like maybe above average for how everybody else was doing. But I think a lot of that is like, oh, he's a little different. I think that does help you a little.
Oh,
bit,
yeah,
you
dude,
know,
definitely.
not that I'm from this like exotic land, but it's like okay,
Dude, I went to Vermont and I'd been doing stand-up clearly more than the other people there, and I felt like I was like a Jedi to them.
Oh,
like
yeah.
afterwards, they came up, they're like, "Bro, you're so fucking good." I'm like, I guess, like compared to you guys, yeah. Like,
Do you got a 5-girl harem going on? Because if not, you should.
Yeah. My sister doesn't have anything going on. If you want, she'll think about moving down the city.
Oh man,
You could put up somewhere.
Yeah, as long as you have like 3 chickens, you just give me 3 chickens, you could have her for your harem.
oh man, dude. You guys, we can keep going if you want, but we've kind of come to the end. We're at the hour. We've hit
I'm
the precipice.
contractually obligated to leave, unfortunately.
No, it's
I
fine.
mean, my manager
You're-
worked it out with you beforehand.
We're at the precipice, though, guys. So, if you have anything to plug, podcasts, projects, shows coming up, social media, please do it.
Do you know when this is coming out?
If not this week, next week.
Okay, because if all things go well and I stop arguing with Spotify via email, I will have the Before Hours podcast premiere on Sunday night of August 20th. If it's not there, please check back soon. I promise it will be available soon. And also, I'm 1/3 of Locker Room Talk with Joe Gorman and Matt Marin. A very funny show. Those are 2 silly geese. I love them to death. Pass on the mic to Ilya.
I wasn't prepared for the handoff, for the baton. You just follow me on social media, Ilya Laskin, ILYALAKSIN, K before the S, and you'll be sure to find me. I do not have much going on, but I'll be sucking off some black dudes. So if you want to catch me.
And I got news for you.
Hell yeah.
That means you're gay.
4.
These blacks.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, very fun. I hope to see you on the roast soon too. You're
Thank you.
very sharp, dude.
I just did it a couple weeks ago. You can check it out on YouTube, Comedy Fight Club, me versus Divya.
Actually, you could if you YouTube. I just got so old for a second. If you YouTube Comedy Fight Club and Bobby Sheehan and Ilya Laskin, you'll find the roast that we did on the 4th of July as we're competing with the fireworks.
Yes. You
Oh,
can,
nice.
It was outside.
It was outside.
Somewhere in this neighborhood? Where was that?
It was definitely it was in this neighborhood, but a sketchier part. Yeah.
Nice. Under the train.
They were less Alexes and more Jamals, if you know what I'm saying.
All right, guys. So for me, you already know. Follow me at Silly Selly on Instagram. All S's, no spaces, I at the end. Follow Yes Offense Podcast on Instagram. Please subscribe to the YouTube. That's where the video is. There's also video on Spotify if you want to check it out there. And if you listen on iTunes, please leave us 5-star review and something like that just to help us out. And I just remembered what it was and forgot. Live shows coming up this next month, August 26th. I'll be at I'll be at Can Alive Lounge. Me and Brian Ledesma are hosting a show out there. We got I forgot how to say his last name. It's Sammy Tamimi on it. Ronnie Smith, Rami Rosner, Alex George, Isaac Gartenberg, Alex Carbano's headlining. That one will be fun. And then September 14th, Pete Angela and I are hosting a show at Hatchets and Hops in Williamsburg. And it's going to be me, Bailey Pope, Chris Metcalf, and Chris Faga. It's going to be a dope show. Please come out to that one. And also, guys, a lot of comics, a lot of other people always compliment me on my podcast clips. You like the editing? If you like that editing, message my guy, Sid Floyd, Sid_Floyd on Instagram. He's one of my boys. He does the clips. He's super cheap, like way cheaper than anyone in the city. Just hit him up, please. Like he'll hook you up, and he's willing to negotiate. Just hit him up, please. Beyond that, I got nothing, dude. That's it. There's a lot of stuff coming. We got some big news coming too, but until it is officially in order, we won't do it. You guys are gonna kiss.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Sorry. That's it for that one. See you, nerds.